We do not expect harmful levels of radiation to reach the West Coast, Hawaii, Alaska, or U.S. territories in the Pacific. That is the judgment of our Nuclear Regulatory Commission and many other experts. Furthermore, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and public health experts do not recommend that people in the United States take precautionary measures beyond staying informed. And going forward, we will continue to keep the American people fully updated, because I believe that you must know what I know as president.
Bullshit. 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 Absolute. How many lies were there in that 37-second audio that Obama, liar-in-chief, put out just after Fukushima blew sky high? You want me to believe that his scientists didn't know about the fish in the ocean and the direction that they swim? 100%. Cesium found in 100% of small, recently migrated blue tuna. Not going to reach the fucking West Coast? Let me tell you something. It reached the West Coast in the air 72 hours or less after Fukushima blew up. It's been washing up in small little bits here and there ever since then. Dogs have died from eating sticks that lay on the beach in Oregon and in California. The fish that you're catching and sending to the market to be processed into cans is radioactive. Really? The scientists didn't know? Okay, so if you're sheep-like enough to believe that and actually put this cocksucker back into office again after those lies that he spewed out there, they're equal to genocide, because they will kill a whole generation. Okay? They will. Do the numbers. You won't be able to, because you'll be dead. Okay? But even if you believe all that bullshit, Obama was not the writer of this post alerting you to the fact that the tuna are radioactive. Obama has not made any public statement since Fukushima. Your air, your groundwater, and now your food supply are radioactive. And contrary to popular belief, radiation is not good for you even in low levels. And another thing, not first of all, secondly, thirdly, fourthly, and so on, when you add low levels of radiation on top of low levels of radiation, you get more radiation at higher levels. It's ridiculous. And this cocksucker Obama should have told you that day one. Day one. Because day one after Fukushima, when he made this statement, about 48 hours later, the first layer of radioactive xenon gas passed over the West Coast. That's fact. You don't believe me, go research it. And again, I'm not going to tolerate any trolling activity. Anybody says one negative thing about Fukushima, the reality of the radiation fallout, and again, I will block you from my channel after I harvest every fucking bit of information I can find about you. And you just expect me. That's all. Keep your mouth shut and go away. I'll never know you existed. And that's the best thing you could do right now on this topic, because this topic would have killed my children. 1 in 3 on the West Coast tested. Keep in mind I have 3 boys. 1 in 3 on the West Coast tested now have hyperthyroidism. If I didn't have the gift of God of fucking common sense and got the fuck out of there, one of my children right now would be on the edge of horrific health issues. Thyroid cancer, leukemia, malformed heart, dropping dead while they're trying to climb trees and play ball and ramp their bikes. Fuck you, Obama. Fuck you, you lying cocksucker. You're killing everybody with drones that you can't fucking reach, and you're letting your own people die from radiation. You need to be behind bars from the rest of your life. And I won't rest until you're either the fuck out of this country or you are behind bars. To everybody else, I'm sorry I'm starting to rant again, but this is that serious that I don't really care if you're offended at this point. You should be more offended by the blatant lie that he told you when Fukushima blew up. You should be more offended that your fucking local media and your lamestream media aren't bringing this to your face You should be pissed off about a lot of other things other than my choice of language right now. And if you had been that pissed off about this a while ago, because if you look back from day one at Fukushima, I was screaming at you fucks to get off your ass and hold this cocksucker accountable and to protect your kids. From day one. And I'm still here. And I'm still going to do that until I guess I die from radioactive fallout. I don't know. This is the whole fucking thing horrified me from day one. That audio you heard of Obama is equal to fucking genocide. Slow, painful, evil, cruel genocide. People are already dying from it. In fact, some were never fucking born because of it. That is fact. It's not fucking conspiracy theory in any one of you that have anything other than that to say in the comments. I will make it my personal business to find out just who the fuck you are and release every bit of information, because I won't tolerate any trolling activity on this video. This issue is too fucking urgent. Your children are going to die because of this, goddammit. And you need to wake the fuck up. If you don't believe it, then you need to shut the fuck up until you've done the research, like all the rest of those people that I just named off have done, and have spent day after day trying to inform you. Before I rant, please, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, no, I'm not sorry for the foul language, because there's a certain amount of people that won't wake the fuck up unless they hear fuck. And I fucking had enough, and I'm wondering, when are you going to have enough? Those blatant lies are killing your children right now. And if you sit there and do nothing, you're just as guilty. The blood is on your hands too. And like I said, I don't expect anybody to take it out of the environment, although if they allowed you to grow certain plants, namely hemp, we could have thrown it all in the bay and absorbed probably 60% of the radiation that leaked out of there. Did you know that? No. They didn't inform you of that either. Your children are being killed. You weren't updated. You weren't informed. You weren't told that you need to keep them out of heavy rains. You weren't told that when they play in the snow you need to wash all their stuff with boron. You weren't told to change their diets and give them heavy metal detoxes. You weren't made of none of it. Oh, wait a minute. No. There's about 300,000 of you or so that were feared into buying fucking potassium iodide, you fools that listen to Alex Jones. He didn't take any of it, though, did he? No. No. And I know, some of you are going to get mad because I use the F word. And you know what I say to that? You're damn lucky it didn't start right from the get-go. I've had enough. When are you going to have enough? One guy going to the White House and saying, motherfucker, I'm putting these bracelets on you, you're going to jail, it isn't enough. But if you're going to sit there and partake in these elections and put another fake ballot in a box for another figurehead to go lie to you and watch your children be slaughtered, fuck you! I hope you don't like my language. You're not going to fucking like me any better. Everybody else, I'm sorry. I have been trying to refrain. But this is ignorance. Why should I go and reach all you people to know that you're slaughtering your fucking kids? Those lies from Obama are equal to genocide. And there's much more information than this if you did any looking around. And I know you don't have time, because the system sucked you dry of everything else, and the few minutes you do get, the most convenient thing to do is click on that box in front of you, and Fox News will tell you that everything is fine. Smash that fucking TV and march on Washington. That's the two best things you could do right now. You weren't informed. You were lied to and you weren't informed, and now it's killing your children already. We can see the signs in your kids. They're not going to be able to see it in you because you've already done your shit and you're already half dead. But your children are dying now from Fukushima. Okay? Now let's look at this here, will you? Government responds to nuclear accident by trying to raise acceptable radiation levels and pretending that radiation is good for us. They did. They raised the safe level of almost all radioactive particulates, in some cases up to 35,000 times. And look at this. EPA officials, however, refused to answer questions or make staff members available to explain the exact location and number of monitors or levels of radiation, if any, being recorded at existing monitors in California, etc., etc. They pulled 8 of their 18 radiation monitors in California, Oregon, and Washington shortly after Fukushima. And look. And now the EPA is considering drastically raising the amount of allowable radiation in food, water, and the environment.